He surprised the world in March 2013 when he turned up on the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica dressed only in white, without the traditional red cape. That he was Argentine was another surprise. He was the first non-European pope in over a millennium, the first from Latin America, the first who was a Jesuit, and the first to ever use the name Francis.
Fratelli e sorelle, vi lascio grazie tante dell'accoglienza. Pregate per me.
Cardinal Jorge Mario Bergoglio's choice for a papal name reflected his radical vision for the church. Saint Francis of Assisi had shunned luxury and embraced poverty. As Archbishop of Buenos Aires, Bergoglio led the Argentine Church through political upheaval and riots in December 2001. It earned him the ire of the powerful Kirchner family, but it displayed his propensity for social action and solidarity with the poor.
For God so loved the world.
These were evident when he visited the Philippines in January 2015.
The poor. The poor at the center of the gospel, are at the heart of the gospel. If we take away the poor from the gospel, we will not understand the whole message of Jesus Christ.
Right after Mass, he sneaked out through the back of the Manila Cathedral and spent time with orphans and rescued children next door.
Welcome, Holy Father, to Tacloban City, to the Archdiocese of Palo.
Amid an oncoming typhoon, Pope Francis addressed the thousands of people who gathered for him in Tacloban, Leyte. They had survived Super Typhoon Yolanda just over a year before. Many of them were still grieving.
When I saw from Rome that catastrophe, I felt that I had to be here. I'm here to be with you. A little bit late, I have to say, but I'm here.
Pope Francis had taken over from Pope Benedict XVI, who resigned the papacy citing old age and health reasons. Francis's charisma contrasted with the reserved Benedict, and his first actions as Pope were seen as refreshing, even radical. He opened and institutionalized new roles for women in the church. He interacted with leaders and members of other religions. He was the first pope to ever visit the Arabian Peninsula. He declared protecting the environment a moral issue. He allowed the church to bless LGBTQ couples. He apologized for some of the Roman Catholic Church's most egregious errors, such as those committed by residential schools against Canada's Indigenous peoples, and the sexual abuse committed by members of the clergy, in so many cases unreported and unpunished. Yet he also upheld some of the church's more conservative teachings. He spoke out against contraception and same-sex marriage. Women are still not allowed to become priests. As he increasingly struggled with his health, Pope Francis consistently called for peace and compassion amid global turmoil. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he prayed for the world alone in a dark, deserted St. Peter's Square. He drew attention to climate change and called for an end to the wars in Ukraine and Gaza.
Loro soffrono tanto e ho sentito come soffrono ambedue,
le guerre fanno questo, ma qui siamo andati oltre le guerre. Questo non è guerra già, questo è terrorismo.
In a meeting with Nobel Peace Prize awardees in 2023, he appealed for global solidarity to prevent war, sexual violence, forced migration, and the manipulation of artificial intelligence. Days before he was hospitalized on February 14, Pope Francis condemned the Trump administration's immigration crackdown in the US. He called it a disgrace and spoke against the discrimination and unnecessary suffering it brought upon migrants and refugees.
Preghiamoci per il nostro Papa Francesco, però anche insieme a lui per tutte le pecore ammalate di questo mondo.
Come anche noi rimettiamo ai nostri debitori e non abbandonarci alla tentazione, ma liberaci dal male. Amen. Adesso è l'ora della nostra morte. Amen.
Many observers say Pope Francis was exactly what the Catholic Church needed to survive the last decade. His words, reforms, and actions helped the institution retain its credibility as views and values across the world changed rapidly in the information age. But some say he is also what people, believers or not, needed to cope with the tumultuous, even cataclysmic events that coincided with his papacy.
Do you love me? Then thank you very much. I read the word of Jesus.
JC Gotinga, Rappler, Manila.